I want to talk about Chicago, alright? I want to talk about Chicago because a lot of times I hear people talking about the violence and the gang culture here and the death culture and the fucked up rap music culture or whatever it is here, you know? And, you know, the police and shit and how they can't stop these guys that's doing 100 and something shootings in the weekend, usually on a holiday weekend. Yeah, I want to talk about that. And the fucking mayor, too. Lori Lightfoot. You'll rarely find a gang commentary on my fucking page and shit, okay? So this is going to be the first. Just going to talk about it and shit. I want to tell you guys that I get cringe when I hear somebody from Chicago calling into a radio station or anything from over here in the hood. I'm on the fucking south side. There's my logo attests, okay? That's why it's straight out of the south side. I'm on the fucking south side. I'm born and raised here, okay? I came from a nuclear family, alright? My dad bought this motherfucking house in the 60s that I'm in right now, alright? It's the house I live. It's my legacy, alright? That's about it. But I want to talk about this shit because I just hear people run their fucking mouth. Or I hear mongrelized niggas running their fucking mouth for shit, okay? Chicago has a proliferation of mongrelized niggas, okay? You know what I mean? These are dudes that the public education system has fucking failed and shit. And before you get on my ass, I am a product of that. I have a public education. I went to a vocational high school. Those things don't exist in any high quantity these days, okay? You got charter schools over here and shit. But, there's just a bunch of dumbass niggas and shit here. You know, a lot of people talk about the civil rights era and how they failed us. It started here. The failure started here in this city and shit. We have two civil rights icons remaining and shit that are headquartered in this motherfucking city. I do not count Bobby Rush amongst those, okay? Because he's part of the machine. Alright, we have two remaining guys, alright? And they haven't done shit for the community and shit. They haven't even done basic shit, like help keep the education standards up or anything and shit, okay? They've been going around getting their fucking bag for decades and people have been looking the other way and acting like they ain't seeing what they fucking seeing. Alright? Now the fucking gangs have been here forever. The gangs started because of the fucking, racism and shit and white supremacy. That's how the gangs fucking started and shit. There was a reaction to racist attacks and shit, okay? Chicago is still one of the most segregated cities in the country, okay? So if you are a racist or something, you can come here and go to an enclave and you will likely see little to no black faces there, okay? And that's Spanish and white and shit, okay? You got Spanish neighborhoods that don't fuck with no black people over here. You got a bunch of shit, alright? And, I'm just tired of listening to it and shit, okay? Now, I don't shit on Lori Lightfoot and shit, okay? What the fuck could she do after Rahm Emanuel came in and gutted the fucking place? This nigga came in and gutted the city. He gutted the South Side. He gutted all the black areas and shit. He destroyed education. He closed down a bunch of schools and got to slide out and shit right into Biden's administration and shit, okay? He got to slide the fuck out. That's a super villain for you, okay? This nigga came in, dismantled the infrastructure and fucked off education and shit and crippled people. He's almost up there with the original Mayor Daley and shit. And the motherfucking city planners who cordon off the areas, making these what I call the slave quarters. Alright? Now you want to know why we have so much fucking violence and so much gang shootings and shit, so much goddamn murder? You want to know why? It's because that's what they want. Alright? That's what the cops want. That's what the city hall wants. They want us to be over here. They want us to present the worst of black society to the rest of the world and shit, okay? They can stop this shit if they wanted to. I have seen traffic stops right outside my house where you got one cop car in the front, one cop car in the back, and an extra on the opposite side of the street. And these guys get out and they're duded up in their gear, and they got military gear. They're wearing bulletproof vests. They drive utility vehicles, armored utility vehicles with a battle ram on the shit. They got their fucking high They got like automatic weapons, they got all kind of ordnance and all that shit. But that's bullshit. You know, they ain't no fucking, all these decades of violence and murder, especially in the last 20 fucking years, and you ain't had no motherfucking RICO charges, no injunctions on certain gang members, no injunctions, no nothing. What does the fuck does that tell you? All the mayors that we had, Mayor Daley Jr., you know, all this shit, you know, after Harold Washington was murdered, the city went into the toilet. And there it should stay. This place is a lost cause if you are a black person, especially a black male. Alright? A black man. Alright? This is not for you. And if you want to throw away your motherfucking life, stay here for the rest of it. Okay? Stay in Chicago for the rest of it. Because you ain't got no fucking opportunities unless you make them and shit. And that's why you have such a criminal element. You got drug dealers, and you got other shit. You got people that's generational gang members. A bunch of my friends, their parents and grandparents were in gangs. Alright? They're second, third generation gang members up in this bitch. Alright? And I don't sweat them. Like the OGs didn't let this kind of shit go down. Okay? In the old days, when I was growing up in the fucking 80s and somebody got their ass blown away or fucked up, you knew they did something. I'll put it that way. But nowadays, I just see like motherfuckers that I don't know what the fuck's wrong with them. I see all kind of weird, effeminized niggas. I see, just murder. I see grown men, like motherfuckers in their 50s and 60s, wearing short sets and shit, dressed like 10-year-old kids, adult 10-year-old kids, fucking around in the yard with a goddamn Nintendo Switch and shit, while they trying to sell you some drugs and shit, you know? I seen motherfuckers look like that wearing ankle bracelets and shit, still doing criminal activities. So, you know, I'm tired of the Chicago shit, you know? Don't speak on it if you ain't from down here. This is fucked up over here. You know, I don't feel the need to make umpteen million videos every time there's like hundreds of shooting over a weekend. That's because the police want that shit to happen. If you come down here and you go from borough to borough, you will see where the money is, okay? If you go to the fucking south side, everything is in a state of decay. And right now they're gentrifying it because they want to push all of the black people to the outskirts of the city and to the suburbs they abandoned the shit when the financial crisis started. So you got like a bunch of abandoned houses over here, and you have motherfuckers stripping those houses for their pipes and shit, stealing the windows, anything they can get to sell and shit. You know, I've mentioned in the past how motherfuckers been breaking in my garage, you know, looking for shit to steal. And one of my siblings keeps her college books back there, and they ain't stole man book. Yeah, it's a goddamn shame, right? This is why I left the bitch for like 29 fucking years. I was gone and shit. I came back here because of a financial crisis and shit, and I want to get the fuck out of here when the opportunity presents itself. I'm going to be gone again. And I'm going to stay gone. Because Chicago is not built for black people, okay? You got a shitload of gatekeepers over here. You got a shitload of gatekeepers over here, and I try not to talk about them. I have, you know, I don't want to give my identity away, but I have been up close and personal with Jesse Jackson, and I have been up close and personal. I have actually been inside the Final Call building, I'll put it that way, okay? I've been inside the Farrakhan stronghold there, okay? I've attended meetings and, group readings there, okay, whatever you want to call it. I've been in those reading circles, okay? And today I am a lone wolf, okay? Politically, I'm a lone wolf. Any black person, any self-respecting black person should not claim either political party these days. Because they ain't shit for us over here. Alright? They ain't shit over here in Chicago to find. Don't come here unless you got a bunch of money. Alright? The only way we're getting out of this situation is to deal with it ourselves and shit. This is why I make those fucking videos. Alright? It's not just about these fucking divestors and some of these other retards and shit out here. It's about fixing this shit, okay? We need to fix our own shit. We need to bring back Tulsa. We gotta bring that shit back. We can do it. Okay? But right now we got a deluge. We got a bunch of fucked up shit going on here. We got a bunch of dark horses. We got a bunch of gatekeepers, all kind of shit. And they're here. They are here in Chicago. Okay? And I'm tired of hearing this shit. Now stop fucking blaming Lori Lightfoot, no cape. Stop blaming her for the way this city is, and stop talking shit. I'm tired of listening to people talking shit about her. She has no power. She has no fucking power. What the fuck would you do if you inherited a company and one of your employees was in charge of a department and the department went into the hole, was in the red and shit? You would fire them. She has not fired the fucking chief of police. She has no power. That's the first thing I would do if I was the goddamn mayor. I would get rid of the chief of police and replace his ass. Okay? They can stop crime over here in the black community, but they don't want to because it serves a purpose. They need to bring these property values down so that these motherfuckers, the outsiders, can come buy back their houses after decades since white flight and reestablish themselves. And whatever, you stupid niggas gonna let them do it. All right?